I gotta be honest, something that I love is when game developers tell something that happened behind the scenes, because we obviously don't know what's said, what's going on behind the scenes at these companies, at these publishers. We just really want to know some behind the scenes stuff, because I'm curious about it. That's why I love the Xbox documentary, because they went behind the scenes and told us some truths about some of the things that happened and what was said at Xbox behind the scenes. So yesterday, PlayStation came out and they pretty much celebrated that Ghost of Tsushima sold over 8 million copies. Now, I loved Ghost of Tsushima. I played the game, I finished the game, and congratulations to Sucker Punch for putting out a pretty damn good game. But what was interesting was what was said afterwards from a former Sony Ben developer who worked on the game Days Gone, Jeff Ross. He came out and said, "At the time I left Sony, Days Gone had been out for a year and a half and a month and sold over 8 million copies. It's since gone on to sell more, and then 1 million plus on Steam. Local studio management always made us feel like it was a big disappointment." Now let's say that again, that last sentence. Local studio management always made us feel like it was a big disappointment. Wow, that's something that I really wanted to talk about, because he's saying that PlayStation is loving that Ghost of Tsushima sold 8 million copies. They're praising it. They're putting out tweets praising it. But Days Gone sold over 8 million copies, and they canceled the sequel. They never gave them credit. They said nothing about Days Gone. Why is that? We don't know, obviously. But maybe it's because of Metacritic scores, right? Because Ghost of Tsushima has an 83 Metacritic, while Days Gone has a 71 Metacritic. Is Sony putting that much stock into Metacritic scores? Maybe, maybe not. We really don't know. But Jeff Ross seems to be pretty upset about this. Now, he doesn't work for Sony anymore, so he can say what the hell he feels. And this is how he feels. You guys praise them for selling 8 million copies. We sold 8 million copies and y'all bashed us and would not greenlight a sequel. Wow, that's interesting stuff. Now, some people on Twitter asked Jeff Ross some questions, and I thought some of the answers were very interesting. One guy asked him, "Did your superior offer you adequate help, or did they just leave you at the mercy of the storm?" Jeff Ross responded, "Well, there's a reason I decided to quit." Wow. So from that tweet, it's looking like they pretty much threw him up under the bus. That's what it seemed like to me. I don't know, but let's go ahead and read it. This guy says, "That's unfortunate. Maybe there's better leadership there now." Jeff Ross said, "Nope." Damn. He says, "Nope." Now this guy said, "Did they ever give you a reason as to why no sequel, sales, reviews, Sony direction? I'm no hater. I really enjoyed Days Gone. I'm just wondering if there was a lack of transparency from them." Jeff Ross's answer wasn't ever explained well. So they really didn't give this guy any answers. They just said no sequel. That's it. Live with the decision and whatever. That's what it seemed like to me. So this next guy said, "If I'm not mistaken, Days Gone developed under the Hara, House, and Cordero era and shipped under the Yoshida Ryan era. Do you think the management shakeup might have played a factor in the perception of success eternally, seeing as how it was the first big title to ship under the new team?" Jeff Ross' response was, "Things were great under Sean." Wow, that seems like he's taking a shot at the JimRyan era. Now, that's what it seems like to me. But I just thought this was some interesting stuff. Jeff Ross really wanted to state how he feels it's unfair that they're praising Ghost of Tsushima for selling 8 million, but they bashed Days Gone for selling 8 million and said it wasn't successful enough, and they did not greenlight a sequel. Wow, it's crazy. Something else I wanted to talk about before I got out of here was Square Enix. Now, this is just a rumor at the moment. It's not official. But the rumor has said that Square Enix pretty much want the Final Fantasy franchise to only be on PlayStation as far as consoles go this generation. They said that they're still keen to keep releasing every game on PC, but as far as consoles go, they want it to be a PlayStation console exclusive this generation. Like I said, it's not official and it's still just a rumor, but to talk about this rumor is like, wow. I mean, that has been the case in the PS1 generation, PS2 generations. It seems like the PlayStation platform was Square Enix console of choice back in those days. And if you pay attention to Final Fantasy VII Remake, that shit has been nowhere near Xbox. We don't know if it's coming. If it's coming, when is it coming? Nobody knows anything. It seems like it's a console exclusive for the PlayStation platform. At this point, Square Enix might as well join PlayStation Studios. Forspoken is a 2-year timed exclusive. Like I mentioned, Final Fantasy VII was supposed to be a timed exclusive, but no. We don't see anything coming to Xbox in the Final Fantasy franchise. So I would say, man, they might as well just join PlayStation Studios. Hell, they're doing nothing else. They might as well. But if this rumor is true, I think that's something to look at because Xbox fans, some Xbox fans are a big fan of the franchise. Me personally, it doesn't affect me because I'm not really a fan of the franchise. I think Final Fantasy X back on the PS2 was the only game that I put a decent amount of time in. And when I say decent, it was probably only about 10 hours. So I'm not a fan of the franchise, but I know there's plenty of Xbox guys, Xbox fans that enjoy the Final Fantasy franchise. So it's unfortunate, if this rumor is true, it's unfortunate that there will not be any Final Fantasy games on the Xbox this generation. And I'm sure PhilSpencer isn't happy about that. I'm pretty sure he's not happy about that. If this is true, I'm going to continue to say if this is true because it is a rumor. But wow, that's crazy. But you know what? I'm about to go ahead and get my black ass up out of here. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel and you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.